You're watching the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. It is April. That means the NFL Draft is coming very, very soon. On today's show, we have Mock Draft 2.0. We have some notable changes to this mock draft. This is the first mock draft we're doing with trades, and it's also the first 7-round mock draft we're bringing you as we go through each and every pick for the Kansas City Chiefs. Before we get to the picks, I want to know, in your opinion, no wrong answers here, it's your opinion. You're entitled to opinion, damn it. Who is the Chiefs' greatest draft pick of all time? Well, in the comments section, let me know who you think that is. You may interpret that as who the best player is. Maybe it's the best value. I don't know. Up to you. Let me know who you think the Chiefs' greatest draft pick is of all time. Whoever it is, spam it in the comments section, and we'll get going with today's show. So to kind of add some context of how we're doing this mock draft, folks, I have gone into Pro Football Network's simulator, and they have made the picks for the other 31 teams, and I get to play the role of Brett Veach as general manager for the Chiefs and make every pick for Kansas City. And I did accept a trade. We'll show you what that is, and I'll get to that here in just a bit. Before we do, let's set the scene here for you. The offseason outlook for the Chiefs. Andy Reid entering his 13th season as the Chiefs head coach. The Chiefs entered the draft with just under $12 million in cap space. On average, you use about $10 million in cap on your draft picks. So at this point in time, can't imagine too many more free agency signings that they're going to need all that money for their draft picks. Team needs, got a few of them for a team that was just in the Super Bowl a season ago. Offensive line, wide receiver, edge, running back, DB, linebacker, and defensive line. The Chiefs draft picks, they include the following. The first-round pick at 31 overall, which it was 32. Then a second-round pick at 63. A third-round pick at 66, and then another third-round pick at 95. Then they have 4 more selections, a fourth-round pick at 133, and then it's a while before the Chiefs pick again, as we have to wait till the 7th round. They have 3 7th-round picks at 226, 251, and they also get the Mr. Irrelevant pick at 257, the final pick in the draft. So let's go ahead and get started. And the last 5 picks leading up to the Chiefs selection at 31, Derek Harmon, the defensive tackle from Oregon, he goes to the Jags. Barron, the corner from Texas, he goes to the Baltimore Ravens. Detroit at 28, they go with Donovan Jackson, the offensive guard / tackle from the Ohio State. 29, Washington, they go with Emeka Ibuka, the wide receiver from Ohio State. And then at 30, the Buffalo Bills, they select Walter Nolan, the defensive tackle from Ole Miss. So with that, the Chiefs, they're on the clock at 31, and we got a trade offer from none other than the Philadelphia Eagles. They are offering the Chiefs to go down 1 spot from 31 to 32 in exchange for getting a third-round pick and giving up a fourth-round pick. So they move from 133 to 96. I see some significant value in that. That's a huge jump up, and the board's not going to change a whole lot from me going down from 31 to 32. I will accept that trade offer. I am glad to make that deal with the Philadelphia Eagles there. I think that makes a ton of sense, and I'm still likely going to get the player I want at 32. So who did the Eagles end up selecting with our pick at 31? They go with Siobhan Revel, the corner from East Carolina. Good player, but you can have him for all I'm concerned. So who does that mean the best available is for the pick at 32 now? We could go Williams, the defensive tackle from Ohio State. We could go Zabel, the offensive lineman from North Dakota State. We could go with Donovan E., the edge rusher from Boston College. We could go Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle from Michigan, or Marion Hampton, the running back from North Carolina. So with that, the pick is in. Dun, 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 dun. With the 32nd pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select North Dakota State offensive lineman Grey Zabel. Let's tell you about Grey Zabel. Played for the Bison from 2020 to 2024, won 2 national championships in 2021 and in 2024, was named a first-team FCS All-American and also a first-team Missouri Valley Football Conference selection this past season. And his grades, granted, wasn't against the best competition there at the FCS level. Well, they were fantastic. An overall grade of a 90.4, a pass block grade of a 93.1, a run block grade of an 86.5. Allowed 1 sack, got called for 7 penalties. His PFF stats were also very good as well, just 2 hits and 7 hurries allowed. He was really, really good. There's questions about what position is he actually going to play in the National Football League, but if I'm Andy Reid, I'll find a spot for him somewhere in some way, shape, or form, and he'll be in my starting lineup in 2025. His scouting report, impressive mobility and pad level. He moves laterally to get rushers. He's got a firm and stiff punch. He works his hips through contact. Does have below average arm length, and that's why some people think he might be a guard as opposed to being a tackle at the next level. So let's ask you, do you like the idea of drafting Grey Zabel? Type D for draft, P for pass. Weigh in our pinned comment today and let us know what you think. Let's move ahead to the second round now at 63rd overall. We're going receiver. Isaiah Bond from the University of Texas is our second-round pick. Let's tell you more about Isaiah Bond. He began his career with the Alabama Crimson Tide. After Nick Saban announced his retirement, he entered the transfer portal and played his last year at UT. He was the second fastest player at the NFL Combine this year with a 4.39 40, and his comparison is none other than Darnell Mooney. You look at his statistics in his college career, and I'll be honest here, folks, they aren't what you would expect for as much that was talked about Isaiah Bond. The way that he was viewed coming to the University of Texas, there was high hopes and expectations, and it was kind of underwhelming. Not bad, but not great for Isaiah Bond. A lot of talent there, but didn't necessarily put it all together. 34 catches, 540 yards, and 5 touchdowns. The flip side, I guess you could argue, is maybe his best football is still in front of him at this point. He's a dynamic athlete. He's got explosive burst in acceleration. He's fluid, an easy mover, dangerous after the catch. But the underwhelming production is a bit of a concern, especially if you're taking a guy that high with a second-round pick. Let's ask you, should the Chiefs draft Isaiah Bond? Do you like the idea of using a second-round pick on the Bondster, 007 himself? Type Y for yes, in for no. If the Chiefs end up drafting Isaiah Bond, we're calling him 007. That's going to be his nickname. We got to call him 007. What do you guys think? Should the Chiefs draft Isaiah Bond or not? Weigh in and let us know. We are bringing you the best Chiefs draft content you won't find anywhere else here at the Kansas City Chiefs Report with our daily news and rumors, our mock drafts we're bringing you. We're also on top of everything in free agency and on the trade front as well. If you love the Kansas City Chiefs, you got to be subscribed. We're going to be live for the NFL Draft here on the channel as well. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Turn on notifications. If the Chiefs make any moves, any breaking news, you'll be the first to know about it here on the channel. Subscribe now. You'll be glad you did. Up next, let's shift gears now to the third round. And this is where we find the Chiefs selecting Toledo defensive tackle Darius Alexander with the 66th overall pick in the draft. Let's tell you more about Alexander. Played at Toledo from 2019 to 2024, a first-team All-MAC selection. He was also named to the Athletics Freak list of most athletic players in college football in 2024. A very under-the-radar player there in the MAC conference. And his statistics of what he did, he accounted for 40 tackles, 8 TFLs, 3.5 sacks, 37 pressures. The year prior to that, 36 tackles, 6 TFLs, 4 sacks, 46 pressures. The numbers don't tell the full story. He was a tremendous impact player, took on a lot of double teams, and I think he's ready to go for the next level. You look at his scouting report, good size, long arms, solid pad level. He makes tackles with linemen hanging on to him still. He's got a winning swim move, but at times there's too much dancing around. He's got to do a better job maybe finding his footing in certain spots, but otherwise, very good for him. I like Alexander a lot. We move ahead to the 95th overall pick, and the Chiefs go with Oklahoma safety Billy Bowman Jr. to get us our next pick here. And I got to tell you, I'm a big fan of Billy Bowman. I saw him a lot at the University of Oklahoma. The Chiefs have a need at the safety position. Billy Bowman would be a natural fit. Played his entire career with the Sooners. Was a first-team All-Big 12 selection in 2023. Then as OU made their transition to the SEC, although the year didn't go too well for OU, Billy Bowman was still fantastic. A third-team All-SEC selection in 2024. His numbers, really good. As you can see, when you're talking about a defensive back getting touchdowns, that will jump off the page a bit. 3 touchdowns in 2023. 1 in 2024, 2 interceptions in 2024, 6 interceptions in 2023. Billy Bowman, I think, is going to be ready to be a day one starter potentially. His coverage stats, pretty solid as well. Only allowed 131 yards this past year, a QB rating below 80. Along with those 5 pass breakups, Billy Bowman was really, really good, and he was a difference maker and a fantastic leader as well. We got some more draft picks to get to in a moment, but who is a player the Chiefs should draft? Give me a name that comes to mind in the comment section that you would like to see end up in Kansas City. Chiefs polos are on sale now for up to 50% off at chatsports.com/Chiefs polos. Got the gray, got the stripe version, the red version, and more polos beyond just what you're seeing on your screen. All at chatsports.com/Chiefs polos is where you can get yours today. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. We also have other Chiefs merchandise at that same link. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Chiefs polos to get yours now. You'll be glad you did. We go to 96 now, and the Chiefs, they're rock chalking, baby. I love this selection. They are going with KU corner Cobee Bryant with the 96th overall pick. I saw a lot of Cobee Bryant at KU, and I'm going to tell you, I think Cobee Bryant is going to be, in the National Football League, a starting outside corner. And if I can get a starting outside corner at 96, that's incredible value here, folks. 3-time first-team All-Big 12 selection, a second-team All-American this past year, and was just, no question, the leader of this KU defense and played at an extremely high level. He had 3 straight seasons with at least 3 interceptions, folks, including 4 in 2024 and in 2023. Each of those seasons had a forced fumble. He's a dynamic playmaker. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty and tackle. Cobee Bryant's the real deal. And in KU, you think about the corners they've put out over the years, from Aqib Talib to Chris Harris, and now you got Cobee Bryant and Mello Dotson in this class. It might be the second iteration of the great corners that we've seen coming out of KU over the years. And his coverage stats, they hold their own as well. His QB rating allowed, really solid, 62.7, 11 pass breakups, just 400 yards given up. I would be excited if Cobee Bryant ended up in Kansas City. Let's round out this mock draft now with the 3 7th-round picks for Kansas City. We start with BYU edge rusher Tyler Batty. I like Batty. I think there's some incredible value here to get an edge rusher, which is a need. I know we're waiting maybe a bit longer than some people would like to take care of the edge rusher spot, but we did so good with the other picks that I'm okay with waiting. I think Tyler Batty could come in and compete for playing time right away with this Kansas City Chiefs team despite being picked that low. Then we go to 251, and we get some help at the linebacker spot. Chiefs could use some depth here. Nick Martin comes over from Oklahoma State, and I think that Nick Martin very well is going to be on an NFL roster when the season begins, and hopefully in this case it's the Kansas City Chiefs. He was very productive there at Oklahoma State. And then you talk about a steal in this draft. Donovan Edwards. This guy was on the cover of College Football 25, all right? He won a national championship at Michigan, terrific running back. And his stock has kind of taken a hit over the last couple of months. And if you're telling me the Chiefs haven't needed running back, we haven't addressed it yet, and Donovan Edwards is still available in the 7th round, the very last pick, I'm not passing that up. And we get a running back we're looking for and a really good one in Donovan Edwards, I think that's a win-win. I think I did a fantastic job on this mock draft, if I say so myself. How would you grade my mock draft? A, B, C, D, or F? Anything less than an A, you're a hater. This was about as good of a mock draft as anyone could have asked for. And I got us a trade where we got to move up, way up, 30 picks in the trade that we made. I think I did a great job. You know I did a great job. Get those A's in the chat and let us know what your grade is for my mock draft. I'll be honest, if this is how the Chiefs end up, if we're talking about at the end of the night on Saturday, these being the 8 picks the Chiefs make, Brett Veach is feeling really good about himself and he's sleeping well at night because then you got 8 players that all have a legitimate shot at being impact players for the Kansas City Chiefs. To recap our picks, we went with Grey Zabel. I'll find him a spot in the offensive line. He's a day one starter. Isaiah Bond, I know there's some production concerns, but Andy Reid, he's going to get the most out of him. He'll be a great fit in this offense. Darius Alexander, we need some help when it comes to depth of the defensive line. Darius Alexander, I think, is a natural fit. Billy Bowman needs some depth at the safety spot. Billy Bowman, he's going to come in day one, ready to go and compete. I love the pick. Cobee Bryant, I think, is a starting caliber corner in the National Football League. We don't know what's going to happen with Jalen Watson if he's going to be here long term. Cobee Bryant, I think, would be great. Tyler Batty, I think, is incredible value for a former All-Big 12 player there at BYU to get him in the 7th round. Same can be said for Nick Barton at the linebacker spot, another All-Big 12 player. And then I cap things off with Donovan Edwards at the running back position, and I get a younger back with fresher legs and a rookie contract in the last pick of the draft, a guy that's won a national championship, that's played at an incredibly high level. I think this is a great draft, if I say so myself. Folks, appreciate you joining us. If you made it to the end of today's video, spam real one in the comments section. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here at the Chiefs Report.